The year is 2374. John McClane, after a successful year, after saving the Nakatomi Tower and then whatever that airport was from terrorists, began a career training as an astronaut for the Air Force. Before long, he became the most famous astronaut in history. But then, tragically, he died in a space shuttle explosion. They froze his body. And 360 years later, the technology was invented to bring him back as a half cyborg. This is really hard. McClane, get down to my office right now. I have something I can talk to you about right away. Oh, hey, it's John McClane. I'm John McClane. Okay, I'm here to talk to you, Chief. What's up? Listen here, McClane. We got a serious problem. Ever since you came back from the dead as a cybernetic android in the year 2374, terrorists have been trying to blow up every space shuttle that we've tried to fire. Hey, Chief, don't worry about it. I can handle it. There's a space shuttle launch that's going to go off today. I'll make sure the terrorists don't get it. I don't think that's a very good John McClane, but I don't know what he sounds like. Is it good? Okay. Oh yeah, hold on a second. So what happens then? Oh yeah, so then John McClane, he goes down, he goes out onto Cape Canaveral, you know, and the space shuttle's over there. Wait a minute, I'm telling you the story instead of acting it out. I'm supposed to be acting out the movie. Okay, so I'm John McClane, and I'm going out to the landing pad on the Fort Lauderdale launch site for the space shuttle with my cybernetic legs. And then, wait. Okay, so the astronauts are going up in the elevator. I see them going up there, and it looks like they're getting on the space shuttle. But oh no, the terrorists have totally planted a nuclear warhead onto the space shuttle that's going to explode and irradiate the Earth and kill all of the little children on Christmas. And so I'm going to get on the space shuttle too and stop the bomb. So then he goes. So then I'm John McClane, and I go up in the space shuttle with the elevator after the other astronauts are already in there, and they're comfortably strapped in and everything. But you know, I'm half a cyborg, so I gotta wait for the elevator to come back down and pick me up, and it goes up really slow because my robotic legs are extremely heavy. They're made out of metal. I mean, even though it's titanium, you know, there's a lot of it there. It's got a lot of mechanical moving parts. There's some hydraulics involved, a bunch of microchips. You know, it's a whole thing. So I'm riding up in the elevator very slowly, and then wait a minute. Where's my space helmet? I need my space helmet. This is gonna have to be the space helmet. Okay. Can I have the other space helmet? It's less hot. Space shuttle, Discovery, space shuttle intrepidness to tower. This is the main lead astronaut on the astronaut ship. I am I am currently strapped into my astronaut chair, and we are ready for liftoff. All systems are green. Everything looks totally awesome here. We're doing fine. How are you? And then okay, so then I say, Space Shuttle Intreptitude, this is Control. We are Roger with your message for the green, with the message for the all systems green. The Space Shuttle will be launching in T-minus 60 seconds and counting. And then, copy that. Houston Space Control, Cape Canaveral, Florida that we're in, not Houston, Texas. That is a Roger on your go for launch in T-minus 30 seconds. Okay, and then so I'm John McClane, and I'm getting on the space shuttle. But it's really cramped. But we could be blown up in outer space, so I'm gonna put on a spacesuit. Okay, so now I'm John McClane in a spacesuit on the space shuttle, and I'm looking for this nuclear bomb, but I can't find it anywhere. I'm looking around, and then okay. Oh, wait a minute, I got something right here. Here we go. Roger, shuttle. Did you say that there is a bomb on the space shuttle? No, man. I said there's a. Wait, what does he say? No, and he says there's a something in the Nakatomi something. And he's yelling out the window at the fire truck. And he's like, no! But they can't hear him because he doesn't know how he worked the radio. I mean, because I don't know how I worked the radio on the spacesuit. I pressed it by accident. So I'm in my spacesuit, but I can't find the bomb. But then now the space shuttle's taking off. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like in space. And then, they're floating in outer space now. And the launch went okay, actually, surprisingly. But then, John McClane figured out that the plan from the terrorists isn't to, blow up the space shuttle and the astronauts. The plan is to blow up the space shuttle up in orbit and make, the radiation cover the whole world. He figured that out by some holographic display that they had on the space shuttle near the bomb. I don't know why they had a computer there to explain how it all worked. Huh? Yeah, oh, that's right. Also, that's right. Also, it was wrapped as a Christmas present. That's why it was so hard to find. Because they were launching on Christmas Eve up into the frosty air. To rocket the night away, you guys. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. So he's riding in the space shuttle to go riding out into space, and he finds the diagram that shows how they're going to blow up and irradiate the whole world, and then all the people get mutated and everything like that. So he's like, oh, I have to stop this bomb. I don't know what I'm going to do. So then he comes up with the idea, right? He's like, okay, so if I can get this bomb into the cargo bay, okay, then I'll be able to save everybody because I can just eject it out into space and it'll, go away. So what he does is he goes and he pushes the present. I'm John McClane and I'm pushing the present into the cargo bay hole, and then I'm going to open up the cargo bay doors, and whoosh, all the air whooshes it out. And John McClane is like, yes, I got it. And then he looks and he sees that actually the bomb is, it flew out of the space shuttle, but you know the space shuttle faces like the other way, so they're looking up at the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's actually shooting down towards Earth, and man, it is going right towards Washington, D.C. Right towards Washington, D.C. So he's like, oh no, I wanted to do a spacewalk and have a cool thing. And he's like, oh, I'm cramped in this little tiny space, and there's a bomb, and how does the same S keep happening to the same guy 6 times in space? And then, what's another one? Oh yeah, okay. So then he jumps out, right? But he's going after the bomb, but you know, he can't catch up to it because the bomb is further ahead of him, and you know, gravity increases as the square of the distance. So you know, the package is falling faster and faster, and he's not catching up to it. So what he does is he turns around and he pulls out his gun that he had taped to his back on the spacesuit. He had it taped to his back, and he pulls it out, and he fires the gun. Blam, 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 and it propels him through space. It propels me through space in my spacesuit, and I'm like flying through space, and then like I grab the president, and I'm like, welcome to the party, pal, in space. And then so then I turn around, face towards the Earth, and I point my gun down at the ground, and I fire, blam, 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 blam. But you know, no blam. I'm out of bullets. Oh man. So now I'm holding a nuclear bomb falling directly towards, you know, Nakatomi Tower in Washington, D.C., USA, capital of the world, in 26... What was the year again? 2374? Yeah, it's the year 2374. So I have all kinds of bionic, like, components. I can survive the outer space thing. I just wear the suit because, you know, it looks so cool, so I wear my space suit. So anyway, he's out of bullets. And he can't do the thing with the... I gotta stop this. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. So, okay, so then, he sees the what's that called? He sees one of those satellites, the ones with the panels, and they send signals to the ground. He sees that flying right towards him in space real fast while he's holding on to the nuclear bomb. So obviously he grabs onto the satellite, and luckily it's a Google satellite. So he just searches Google for how to get rid of a nuclear bomb, and the code is right there on the internet, guys. I mean, if only he had thought to bring his smartphone the whole time. But the important point here is he takes the bomb and he disarms it, and then just to be safe, he throws it out into outer space and he rides on the Google satellite over to the Chinese space station, which I can't remember the name of, but it's from China. And so he flies on the Google satellite, and then he jumps off of the Google satellite, and I'm floating through space, and I grab on, and I'm like, now I know what a TV dinner feels like in space. And then the Chinese guys, they see me and they recognize me because they saw me in the first couple of Die Hard movies. So they let me into the satellite space station. They let me inside, and then they were like trying to be cool about it. But then I found out that they were the ones who put the bomb. So I had to kill all them guys. So I'm like, you know, my gun's out of bullets, right? Remember that? I ran out of bullets. So I'm like just using the the butt of my gun, and also I have another gun taped to my back that I can pull out as a surprise. But that's for a surprise at the very end of the story. But yeah, so he has to kill all the Chinese dudes, but he has to do it real sneaky because they're talking Chinese. He doesn't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. They're all talking Chinese, right? I don't understand it. But they are talking about killing me and shooting me out of the airlock. So that's what happens. They go to try to shoot him out of the airlock, but he's like doing all this kung fu stuff, beating him up, and then he's like, all right, enough with the kung fu S. Enough with the kung fu S. Right? That's yeah, okay. He's like, enough with the kung fu S in space. And then he kills them all, and he jumps in the escape pod. I mean, I jump in the escape pod because I'm John McClane in a spacesuit. So I jump into the escape pod, and I shoot that down to the ground. And then, I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney called Gravity, where at the end she like crashes into the water and then barely gets the thing open in time, and she almost drowns from that, and then she barely swims her way up onto the shore and then like struggles to get back up to her feet, but then finally regains her balance. If you guys remember that part, it is just like that. It is just exactly like that. And then I'm like, first I'm going to kill this MFer, and then I'm going to get my daughter, or I'm going to get my daughter, and then I'm going to kill this MFer. And then, well, I mean, actually, that's the end. There was no MFer or daughter in the story because, of course, his daughter had died like 200 years ago because it's 2374. So that happened. I hope you enjoyed Die Harder in Space.